Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerdwave Plays Link to the Past. So let's jump right in, shall we? Not sure why I started in Sanctuary, but okay. That's fine. I don't know what I'm thinking. So, let's see. Why don't we start by starting? Okay, we're all set here. Let's see. You know, isn't there a way to... I could have sworn there was a way to kill those little green guys so that they dropped a jar of magic refill instead of the heart. Maybe it was a different character. Let's see. Perhaps magic powder. So they look like a banana with glasses now and lips, and they drop nothing. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Let's see. I don't know, maybe the arrows? Nope. That didn't do anything. Anyway. Why don't we go ahead and... well, you know what we've got to do is stop in for the health refill. So today's the day. Well, this will be the final episode of this series. We're gonna go into Ganon's tower, and then we're gonna go after Ganon. Well, we gotta. Ganon, you know, isn't actually in Ganon's tower. Ganon is actually elsewhere, and spoiler alert. Agahnim is actually at the top of Ganon's tower, but Agahnim, the wizard, the dark wizard, the evil wizard, whatever, he was just a pawn of Ganon anyway. You know, he was effectively, you know, a puppet for Ganondorf in the light world. So it's kind of interesting because if you do read the backstory and you kind of read some of the instructions, there was a series of disasters and plagues and terrible things happening in Hyrule, and then all of a sudden, you know, this wizard appears out of nowhere, Agahnim, and you know he you know, he helps. You know, he gets rid of these things, you know, these calamities. So the king makes him, you know, an advisor or something of the sort, and you know, it's kind of interesting because you kind of see a lot of political overtones to that backstory. You know, it's a tactic politicians tend to use on both sides of the aisle, by the way, to justify their existence. They help a little. They say, see, without us, you know, where would you be? Where would you be without the government? And that's how they come to power. You know, they were able to manipulate their way in, and once they're in, well, you know, things happen. Things happen. So here we are back at the top of Spectacle Rock. And let's see, how do we... oh, you know what? Okay, I think if we go head east, back across the bridge, we can warp into the Dark World from Turtle Rock, and then just make our way across. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Boom. These guys are so annoying, and you can't kill them because these little gargoyle-looking things, they just turn to stone and then they come back to life. You can't get rid of them. They're just there to annoy you. Their only existence is there to annoy. Okay, on the warp tiles and back. And here we go. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Gotcha. Oh, we're full health anyway. What I could use, however, would be, the jar! Magic jar. Perfect. We're back to full magic, and we're at full health. Perfection. So we entered Ganon's tower. Maximum health. Every item. And we're ready to rock and roll. So let's get her done. So if memory serves, we need to go downstairs first. So it is a building similar to the Tower of Herod. It's very tall, but the basement is much larger. Yeah, so total 7 floors. Actually 8 floors if you include basement level 1. Let's see what we have here. Okay. So, luckily we have Arcane. You can also pick up the blocks and throw them. Oh, and there we are. Oh boy. Oh, and the giant hand. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Yikes. There's no there isn't a single safe space in this room. Oh, that's a trip. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Made it. But I'm like, not even a key after all that? I'd be rather upset. I hate those hands with a passion. So yeah, a lot of enemies that we've seen in previous dungeons. They make another appearance here, let's say. Dang, okay. So let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Alright. Oh, darn it. And up we go. Jackpot. We did something. We did something. Darn it. I'm guessing that wall or that door over there, that's what it leads to. I could have sworn there was a chest that came out, but I guess not. Okay. Alright, well. Down we go. Yeah, just made it. Success. First try. Okay, looks like here we can use a bomb. Just gotta kind of time it so the crystal switch is hit with the area of effect on the explosion. So let's see. Well, Darn it. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Just barely. Now we can head west. Up. You're going to see a lot of enemies here from previous dungeons, as stated previously. Keeps you on your toes. Makes it interesting. You know, this is the final dungeon in the game, so they pulled out all the stops. How the heck am I supposed to... Unless that block moves. Yep. I'm like, there's no way. Oh, it was just rupees, no big deal. Not an essential item. Okay, well, let's step on the sport pile and see where it takes us. Okay, let's grab the hook shot. Whoa! Okay, that was unexpected. That was very unexpected. Okay, well... Guess I have to fall now. Oh, I could have stepped over here and then... Yeah, that would have been the better idea. Yikes. Alright, in through the door, and on we go. Yikes. With the fire. Okay. So the cane was more... Oh, bummer. Okay. Alright, let's try something else. Let's use the hook shot. Oh, nuts. Yikes. Boom. Okay, that wasn't so bad. It definitely pays to seek out those extra hearts and get them. I think the statue moves. Yep. Adding a little heart piece. Ah, of course. And on we go. It makes the dungeons going forward pretty, you know, not easy, certainly, but you know what? We should just use the lamp, make our way forward. Oh, okay, that wasn't hard. Just straight paths. But I think here they're a little more twisted. Although our friends, these little beetle-looking things, they kind of give us a hint. Of course, they kind of give us a hint as to where the floor, you know, the floor actually is, because they can't fly, so clearly they must be standing on something that is invisible to the naked eye. If memory serves, this is the exits from that little pit maze, so I'm guessing we gotta go north. Okay, let's check this room up here. Of course. Okay, well, we don't have the big key yet. In fact, all we have is the compass. Okay, so that was kind of a big... kind of a loop. Let's knock this key out. We already went that way, so let's try heading to the west. See if anything interesting comes up. Oh, another key. Let's see what's under here. Nothing. Switch to the hammer. Hammer the moles down, and we're through the room. Easy enough. Easy enough. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I think these lower floors are the largest in terms of area. I think moving forward, once we get up back to the main floor and then head upstairs. Yikes. The rooms, the rooms start to narrow down. Not that it's any easier, you know. Not that it's any easier. It's just we're gonna get, you know, you get some more interesting combat situations heading north. Oh, come on. Yikes. Oh, now that I leave, they stop firing at me. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, but we made it through. Okay, so let's go south. Of course. Sometimes you gotta be pretty precise. The game is, you know, the game is pretty fair for the most part, but sometimes I feel it can be a little unforgiving if you're if you're just slightly off. But that's part of the challenge. It's fair. Tough but fair. Those are, you know, among some of the better games, in my opinion. A game that's difficult just for the sake of being difficult and annoying. You know, the... what's the word I want to use? That sort of novelty wears off. It's like, well, I beat this really hard game, so I'm really good. Good for you. Not trying to, you know, don't want to, you know, kind of come down on someone for having skill. But when it's just a difficult game, just to piss you off, just to be annoying, you know, that gets old really quickly. You know. That gets really old because, you know, they're supposed to be fun. You know, it's supposed to be enjoyable. I like a challenge. You know, I like a challenge as much as, you know, no one wants an easy game either. You know, easy games are boring. You know, if a game is too easy, and there's, like, no challenge, what's the point? You know, games that are too simple aren't much better than... Yikes. Whoa, 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 okay. Let's see. Let's just use a red for now. Okay. I still have a couple of keys, or one key now. Okay, so yeah, here's this little... It's like a warp maze, warp tile maze. You kind of have to go around a bit. I don't know. I mean, I can't really name too many off the top of my head because at some point, you know, I mean, I have played games like most people that are, you know, some games are just too challenging, too, you know, you just wanna throw your controller up against the wall and be like, you know what, screw this game. You know, there's been a few of those. There's been a few of those, but I don't like to torture myself I don't like to torture myself. I don't think you should either. Unless that's what you like. Hey, you do you. You do you. But when I'm playing, it's typically to de-stress. You know, like a lot of you, you know, I enjoy, you know, popping in a game, you know, after a long day of work. It should be enjoyable. It should be fun, with the challenge, of course. But if it's just going to make me more upset, then I'm not going to play it. You know, we're just gonna, you know, I don't need any more negativity. So it's like, no thanks. It's like, we'll skip the stress. How about that? Okay, alright. Let's grab the hook shots. Carefully make our way back to the south. And up we go. Okay, we got a treasure chest here. Let's see. Yikes, that was not what I wanted. But at least we got our... At least we got our map. Finally. Alright, so we're clear there. Let's check out the map. You see, yeah, this is the bulk of the rooms here. First floor B1, and then as you go up, they're pretty narrow. I think most of the puzzles are down here as well. I think most of the top is mostly just, you know, a little more combat based, a little more. You know, that's where the difficulty changes a bit. You know, you're not having to worry about, well, you know, I gotta hit this switch and I gotta hit. The skeletons can be annoying. Remember the skeletons, like, you know, in a lot of like of the RPG games, they tend to be the weakest characters. Not that they're terribly strong here, but they're just like those ones that jump. They're annoying. It's like, come on, give me a break. Like, why must you make it so difficult? Okay. So, let's head south 2 rooms and then to the northeast. There we go. Okay, well, can't go that way. So why don't we go to the east? And there's another room that we haven't explored there. I'm guessing that we're gonna run into the big key down here. I don't think we have to go upstairs. So I think all the treasures pretty much are down. We're going to be down from this floor here. Boom. Ah, almost. Almost. Sometimes, I don't know. Maybe I'll just throw it and then push. There we go. That seems to be easier. Okay. We don't need to stay through this again. Okay, so we'll head south and then to that west room there. Interesting. Looks like we missed. I wonder how we got there. Oh, we'll sort it out. Okay. At least there's no giant hint. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. No! Aw, you gotta be kidding me. Back to the top. Man. Now, the treasure here, you know, unlike other dungeons, it's not required. It's not a required item. You don't need to get this to beat the dungeon. However, you really want it. It's an upgraded version of the mail, which I find kind of interesting because you get the blue mail in Dungeon 5, which is pretty late in the game already, and you get the red mail in Dungeon 8. So they're spread apart, you know, by 3 dungeons. I think, you know, perhaps. Well, again, that might have taken a redesign in the game and puzzles and such, but maybe the blue mail should have come in Dungeon 4. You know, maybe, or maybe even Dungeon 3. I don't know. But again, that would have required a lot of changes the way, you know, because certain items are required from a previous dungeon to explore or get through the preceding dungeon. So, yeah, it might not have worked out perfectly without a total game redesign, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. Because it's like, alright, well, the game's almost over, and... I hate... Oh, that hand. That hand. So annoying. Actually, I'm doing a first today. I recorded the previous episode earlier today, and I did another one yesterday, in fact, as well. Normally, I space out my recording, but this week, things just happen to work out pretty well with my schedule, so I was able to do quite a bit in a short period of time, so I'm glad it worked out pretty well. Happened to have it free. It's so again, you know, by the time you see this, it won't be for a while, but today is Saturday, April 3rd, and it's a little after 8 p.m. You know, I got some plans tomorrow with some friends, but, you know, should be pretty low-key, nothing crazy. But tonight, I didn't have any plans, so I'm like, hey, why not get this going? Why not get the recordings done anyway and enjoy? Okay, I'm missing something here because it appears I was going the wrong way. I gotta go to the west room and then head up and the south and around. Oh, this is the room we were in. This was the room we were in. You know, I wonder if... Oh, yep, he can still see me. He can still see me. But can he grab me, is the question. I'm curious. I just don't want to find out. I don't want to... Yeah! I don't want to go back to the beginning if I can avoid it. You know... I'm starting to think that... Yikes. Nope. 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 Okay, you know what? I don't think there's anything. in there. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, we'll come back. But I don't think there's anything that we're missing out. So, let's head back. Yikes. Plus, I mean, you know, what's interesting is I figured, you know, I'm going to be gaming anyway. Why not make it a walkthrough? Or a long play, you know, as the cool kids are calling it nowadays. Add some commentary. And put it online, you know, share. We should actually head back that way and share with, you know, Okay, there's no way to get back down that way, so I guess we gotta head west? But we were there before. I guess maybe it was one of those rooms that we got through via warp tile? Anyway, we'll figure it out. You know, if you're gonna sit there and just game anyway, why not, you know, share it with the world, share your passion, share your love with other people. You know, not sure how many people are ever gonna watch this. You know, don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but I'm hopeful maybe we can get some growth on this channel. You know, we can get a you know, a good sizable base going, so maybe I can even consider doing some live streams. You know, that would be fun. Maybe switching more to more of, you know, kind of a podcast type of a show. Again, just thinking out loud here. There's a lot of different directions that we can take it. Okay, this was a mistake. This room. They throw bones, and the bones you can't dodge. Well, you can dodge, you can't block the bones, I should say. Alright. Don't go in that room again. There's no need. Just hook-shotting my way around. Okay, now that we're back here, is there anything to the east? Nope, nothing in there, so we gotta go south. Actually, I think we gotta bomb the crystal switch so we can access the front, or the top of this room. Yep. There we go. So yeah, just thinking about different things, thinking about the future. You know, hopefully the channel, you know, grows at some point. You know, I've done a lot of research, you know, watched a lot of other people who, you know, have been successful. And it seems, you know, from what I gathered is, you know, generally no one really succeeds overnight. You know, no one's gonna put out a video or two, have one become viral, and then you're an overnight sensation. That seems to be not the case in just about, you know, for just about everyone. And I don't know, sometimes it even seems that, you know, certain videos may not go viral for years, for many years after they were even posted. But from what I've gathered, from what I've gathered, it's consistency in uploading. That seems to be really important. You know, are you consistently uploading, whether it's once a week or twice a week, every day? You know, some people post new content just about every day, but I think those are probably people who are working maybe only part-time, or maybe YouTube is their full-time career. You know, if YouTube was my full-time career, I couldn't say possibly every day, depending on the content I was making. But maybe. We might be able to do content every day. On my own? Not likely. I think by that time, whoops. You know, if the channel were to have grown to that size, I think, you know, I'd probably have a small team of people to help me with the content creation, whether it's the actual recording, editing portion, thumbnails, other artwork and such, and you know, no one does it all alone. You know, it takes a team. It definitely takes a team. You know, but when you're on your own and just starting out, you know, it's kind of like starting your own business. You know, you know, the buck stops here. Ah, can't believe I missed. Okay, the buck stops with you. You are the CEO, the CFO, the COO. I mean, you do it all. You know, I've never really done any video editing before. Not that I do any heavy editing now. For the most part, it's not rocket science. You know, it's not difficult. For the most part, this is just pretty straightforward. But if I change up the content, you know, that may change. You know, I might do different types of content. Maybe doing shorter clips that require more editing, or things that aren't long plays. Like this, where for the most part I'm just uploading the content. You know, I do one straight recording, and then we go. You know, even if there's errors, you know, there's beauty in imperfection. You know, I'm not looking for perfection. You know, unless I really screwed something up, you know, something went really wrong, you know, then we'd certainly have to consider. Okay, well, nothing in those chests. Is there anywhere else we can drop? Nope, not in there, not in there, not in there. Nope. Alright, well, this is the only floor panel that opened. So, onwards. Oh, remember these guys? Yep, that's right, folks. We're taking a stroll down memory lane, and we're going to be fighting some bosses from the previous levels. If you recall, the Armo statues, I believe they're called. We fought them in Dungeon 1. But now, I have the several arrows. So, one-shot kill. You know, hardly challenging. Yeah, cake. Absolute cake. So let's check the north room first. And this time you're on ice, so a little harder fight, that's for sure. Excellent. We got the big key. Some more arrows, and some bombs. Cool. So yeah, you know, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna stay positive. I think a lot of people who are natural performers and naturally good, they give up really easily because they didn't become successful right away. And that's kind of sad, because it's like, wow, you know, they could have made it. You know, they might have had a shot. Or maybe they decided that they didn't like YouTube, it wasn't for them, you know, and again, to each their own. I actually went back and forth on this. I was considering doing, starting a channel late last year. You know, well, not late, maybe like last summer, last fall. I did some preliminary research, and I kind of was looking at things, and it just, I never went through with it. I just decided, you know, maybe it's not for me. So we got the red mail, easy peasy. We have all the items already, so There's a couple more rooms there that are unexplored, but we have everything we need to go forward, so let's just go ahead and hit the top floors up. They might become accessible later, I'm not sure. But I suppose we'll wait and see. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Ah, I'm stuck on the spikes. Ah, this is not good. Okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe they drop a... Maybe he drops something. Got it. Yeah. They hit pretty hard, and they take your magic too. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Anywho, so yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Decided to take the plunge. You know, it's not. You know, you can do it on a budget depending on what type of channel you want to start. There's so much content on YouTube. There's so many things you can make. It just depends on what you like, and I think the bottom line is you really want to pick a subject matter that you're knowledgeable of, or something that you want to learn about. And you can kind of document. You can kind of document that journey, that process. Because if you don't, if you don't pick something you have a passion for, or you have a desire to learn, you know, it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. You know, even if the channel makes you a lot of money, even if you, it's gonna hurt you in the long term. You're gonna lose that drive at some point and just be like, you know what, the money's not gonna matter. Okay. Come on. Oh, that didn't make it any easier at all. I want to trap those little spikes. Success! Alright. I think it's... there's so many different things we can do, and so I mean, there's plenty of content out there to make. There is a lot of competition, of course. You know, there's a lot of gaming channels, no doubt. I have no doubt there's a lot of gaming channels, so there's a lot of content you could be watching, or, you know, I mean, I follow several channels, but even that can be overwhelming too. You know, if there's so many channels you follow, at some point it's like, well, there's only so much content you can absorb on a daily basis, or at all, really. Okay. There's gotta be a way over there. Maybe, huh. Let's see. I'm curious. Can I attach my hookshot to this? Nope. Surprisingly. Alright, let's try ether. Okay, there's nothing there. I wonder if that's a return, because you can hookshot your way to those, the blocks, but not the other way around, so... Anyway. I'm rambling. I'm just rambling. I know I'm rambling, but thank you for hanging through my rambles. I tend to do that sometimes. Oh, yeah, so I guess my point is if you're thinking of starting one, give it a shot. It's not terribly difficult to start. You don't need a lot. I mean, really, you know, depending on the kind of content you're making, even if you're, you know, doing more of a, you know, vlog style, you know, most people have a cell phone. Most cell phones nowadays have a decent camera on them. So, to get started, it's really all you need. You know, you can make a free Gmail account, you've got your phone, you can record. You can make some content, you know, that really won't cost you much of anything at all. It's just, you know, do you want to put the time in? Do you enjoy it? You know, do a little research about how to, you know, the video editing software I use, I'm using right now actually, is called OBS. It's free to use. It's not terribly difficult to learn, and you know, there are help sections. Oh, thank goodness for that fury I have. Ah, made it. No. I'm glad I saved you. Okay, we're still kicking here. Man, seriously, we're getting creamed here. Those ice blocks are killing me. Oh boy, okay. Alright, we need to switch to the other red here. Hopefully there's nothing useful. Hopefully there's nothing, well, I still have the blue potion, so I think we'll be okay. But if it gets really gnarly, well, we'll just head back, no big deal. And this is the Lamolas, I believe, from dungeon number 2. The Desert Palace. Wow, I can't believe the timer's already at 48 minutes. Holy cow. Yeah, this is definitely a long dungeon, that's for sure. So yeah, don't wait. Don't wait to start. If you really want to start, do it for free. The editing software is free. There's a lot of online resources. Free even on YouTube you can look at. A lot of channels cover starting a channel, the basics, how to set up the channel, channel art, creating thumbnails, you know, all that stuff. And I learned for free on my own, and it's just practice and some experience, and that's all it takes. If you have the will to do it, if you make the time, it can be done. Again, you know, I never really had any crazy editing experience before this. I've never really made, you know, videos before. I don't consider myself a creative person. So, if I can do it, you know, anyone can do it. Let's see here. Ether. Okay, now we know what the floor looks like. Ah, missed that last heart. Oh well. Let's see. Well, just... that's not too bad. See ya. Next room. Ouch. You know, because if you wait like I did, you know, I regret waiting. I regret waiting those months. You know, I could have started earlier. Had I started earlier, I would have been further along now. You know, I'd probably have more subscribers. I'd be in a very different, yikes, spot now than I would have been had I waited, you know, until, you know, I started in, I want to say January or February. But I waited. It's like, well, you know, if you procrastinate, you know, better late than never. Better late than never, but... Yikes. Okay, so... Darn it. Okay, well, this little thing's gonna go out before I can get over there, so... Let's time it a little better this time. Okay, and here we go. Boom. And mad dash across the room. Bam. Oh, okay. A lot of lasers firing. That's okay. That wasn't so bad. Yikes! No! Let's try that again. Boom, boom, and off we go. There we go. Off we go. Ah, oh, come on. More bombs. Didn't really need bombs, but okay. Moving along, moving along. More bombs! Something tells me I'm gonna need bombs soon. Yep. Let's see here. Huh. Pretty good timing. Ain't got time to dodge this guy. Let's just go in there. Okay. Let's see. There's probably going to be a key in there somewhere, methinks. Ah. Why am I... I'm stuck. Oh, okay. I'm not stuck. I was stuck for a moment. Yikes. There it is. And off we go. Oh, well look. Look what we have here. Wow, we're already on the 6th floor. So this is the last... Wow, 2 hits. I don't think they're any stronger than the regular monster you fought the first go around. So from what I can gather, let's see. Oh, say like, how do we get in there? That's the way. So the fact that you have the stronger weapon, you know, makes it pretty easy. They're a lot easier this time around. You know, but they did add to the challenge with the smaller platform, and you know, so they couldn't make it too easy, I guess. Yikes! Nope, nope, nope. No! Okay. Move it. Whew. Alright. 7th floor. You know what that means. Game time. So the fake one's pretty easy to tell. You'll see the lighter shadows. The 2 lighter shadows that are with him are fake Aghanims. So just, you know, go for the darkest one. He is the real. Yeah, easy peasy. Just reflect it back. Oh no! You thought the game was over! He turned into a bat. And he flew away. Well, what I want to know is how come my flying friends couldn't help me at all up until the end? Like, what was that duck doing? Was that duck on vacation? Did he fly south for the winter? If so, I'd be very upset. Anyway, so now that we're going in for the final battle. It is time. Let's warp back for a minute. Oh, okay, that's not a good spot. Yeah, don't fall. Don't fall in there. We're not quite ready. Oh, okay. Now I'm still stuck in the door. A little further down. That should do it. Okay. So let's head back to probably our favorite spot in this game, because we're here very frequently. We're about to hit the 1 hour mark. We're at 57 minutes in, so this is definitely the longest episode I've done to date. Okay, so we got a green and a blue. I think 2 reds should be more than sufficient. We've already got maximum arrows. Well, I'm pretty sure 50 is maximum. Maybe it's a little higher, but I think 50 is more than enough. As long as you have decent aim. Heck, I mean, even the 30 that you start with, you know, should be fine, but... Anyway, let's go give it a shot. So all we do, let's warp back to, or let's fly back to 0.4. And just walk right in. We'll be back at the temple. The pyramid, rather. Boom. Out of the way. You're only postponing the inevitable, guards. You're only postponing the inevitable. It's like that line from Terminator 3. You know, we stopped John Connor's like, we stopped Judgment Day. We stopped it. And then Arnold turns and says, no, you only postponed it. Judgment Day is inevitable. Basically making the plot of the first 2 films not null and void, but, well, actually, I lied. I'd say it's making the second film kind of irrelevant, because the whole premise of the second film was to stop Judgment Day from happening, and then we ended up with Judgment Day anyway in part 3. So it's like, oh yeah, by the way, it happens anyway. Surprise! Surprise! It's like, dang, 2 was such a good movie, and then 3 just kind of has to, like, you know. Why are we talking about Terminator? We should have, like, you know what? I should write some of these things down, and we should have a separate video session for random ramblings about movies. I wouldn't call myself a cinephile, but I love movies. I have hundreds of Blu-rays and DVDs. I like physical media, so I have a pretty sizable collection. So yeah, some more ideas for later. Okay, so here we are again in Let's get her done. I mean, he's not terribly difficult once you kind of memorize his patterns, but you know, if you kind of lose the pattern, yeah, I mean, he can get pretty tough. And when he hits you, like there, I kind of got stuck and hit by that little force field of more bats. Always the bats. The silver arrows have no effect at this point. Like, well then, hey nerd, why did we get silver arrows? Well, they will come into use very shortly. Oh boy, we're already kind of low already. I was hoping we wouldn't have to use the bottle this soon, but starts warping around if you're too close to him. Darn it. See, and then he'll kind of teleport his way around if you're... And he'll do that thing. Yikes. Matter. I think he's just... Ow! Why all the burning? He's a pyro. He's a pyro indeed. Oh boy. Okay. I'm getting killed today. Probably should have dumped that medicine one and grabbed an extra red, but... Damn it. Like, yeah, sometimes even if you're right there, he'll dodge it. Someone explain this to me. Ah! That was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. Do we have to start over? Do we start over from the beginning? If so, that would just be the biggest bummer ever. Of course I understand. Yep, so this is, if you're wondering, this is where you pop out. Okay, since we're out anyway, let's just do this right. Let's head back to the light world. Actually, let's see. What are we at? Okay. Okay. One more time. We're running low on rupees again, so if we run out, we'll have to farm more rupees. But I got my little secret stash, so we can go there. If we need to get some quick rupees. No big deal. Probably edit it out since you all know where it is already. No need to, you know, show the boring stuff, so to speak. Y'all are here for the fun stuff. Taking down Ganon. Good times. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Okay. I think hopefully I got my groove. I kind of got the attack pattern down a bit, so hopefully this go around's a little better. Don't dash, especially into a pit. I thought I'd kind of catch him off guard. But that didn't happen. Just kind of keep your distance when he's throwing that trident. You can hit him a few times in between. Ah! Before he starts flinging bats at you. Yikes! Again, the 4th level sword just makes this battle so much quicker, so much less stressful. Why burden yourself with the level 3 sword? Get the level 4 sword. All it costs you is 100 rupees to buy the bomb. Do it. Okay, we're doing alright. Got one hit that time. Oh well. But he should be changing his MO soon. Yep, there he goes. As long as you hit him once before he... There we go. And he smashes there. There we go. After the 4 sides of the room get demolished. Okay, so now, when the room goes dark, switch to your fire rod. Light, get 2 torches. Switch back to your arrows. Hit him once, he turns blue. Unfortunately, the torches don't last a long time, so that's why it can be helpful to stock a green medicine just in case. 2 arrows. Okay, so that's 3 arrows in him thus far. I never really counted before how long it takes. As soon as you light it, it kind of blinds him. He kind of hides. 4 arrows. Boom! Boom! Yes! We still got it. Woo! Well, gang, we did it. We did it. We made it to the end. Triforce, or the essence of the Triforce. Wow. It doesn't seem that long ago I started. I wasn't recording a lot to begin with. I was maybe doing 2 videos a week, and then I ramped it up to 3. You know, once I kind of got my schedule under control and, you know, I got more comfortable doing the edits and making thumbnails and doing the recording and kind of, you know, getting those things down, you know, everything else just kind of started to fall into place. But the general rule is always record more than you upload. You know, if you're uploading 3 videos, or if you're creating 3 videos a week, upload 2, and keep 1 in reserve. That way you always have an extra video kind of lying in wait if, say, you get busy one week and
you know, you may not have time to record 3 episodes that week. Maybe you only have time to record 1. But you already had 1 pre-recorded previously, and then that adds up over time. So you might be able to get to a point where you have so much content in the so much content kind of saved up that you can just take a week off. Take a week off, give yourself a break, kind of recharge, maybe do some brainstorming for some new ideas, and upload the content that you already had pre-made. So that's a good idea. Again, it's not terribly expensive to begin with. All in on the gear I purchased. You know, I already had a decent laptop. It's nothing great. You know, I do some gaming on it, but it's certainly not a gaming laptop. It does have a, you know, it has a decent, you know, NVIDIA GeForce GTX card on there. It's plenty powerful enough to run the games that I'm playing. You know, I tend to play older games for the most part, or, you know, not, you know, there's some more retro stuff, you know, games that don't require a lot of processing power. I'm certainly not going to play Cyberpunk on this laptop. It would run worse than on my Xbox One. That is highly likely. But all in, I purchased, you know, I'll make a note what to do is, I'll put some links in the description for this video, to kind of link you the equipment that I purchased. Again, I had the laptop already. So from all the information I've gathered is, since I'm not recording video of myself, you know, I'm just doing screen capture, having a fancy camera wasn't necessary. But what can make or break a channel is audio quality. So, you know, I did a little research to find a decent mic that wouldn't break the bank and would still give solid audio quality, and that's the Blue Snowball. Ran about $50, I believe. You know, the laptop has a built-in mic, of course, and it's fine. It works. It does its thing. But you know, it's really meant more for, I mean, if you're Skype chatting with your cousin and who lives in a different state, you know, the factory mic, the built-in mic is plenty fine, plenty adequate for that purpose. But if you're recording any type of audio, it's a better idea to purchase a standalone mic built for that. I have a video capture device, USB, plugs into the laptop, that plugs directly into my Nintendo Switch. I think that was under $20. Again, really cheap. Really, I mean, just plug and play, literally. I plugged it in, downloaded the software, set the software up to record the audio and video, and boom. In about, once I figured out how to do it, in 20-30 minutes, I was recording. So really easy. And I did purchase an external hard drive as well to back up all the files, because my laptop only has a solid-state drive. It's not a huge hard drive. I don't even remember what the capacity is off the top of my head, but it's not much. It's enough for my games, and it's enough for that, but, you know, as you're aware, audio and video files were huge. So after a while, they started to take up a lot of space. So what I decided to do was invest in, I believe it was a 2 terabyte hard drive. Again, got it on Amazon for like about $50. So all in all, it's about $120 worth of gear. get started. And I mean, $120, it's, in my opinion, it's not a lot of money. It's not that it's cheap, but you know, cheap is relative. You know, you get what you pay for in a lot of cases. I'm sure there were, I'm pretty sure there were mics cheaper than $50, but you know, I think $50 was a very fair asking price for the quality of mic. And a lot of other sources I read said, you know, this pretty much was the best kind of bang for your buck mic in that price range. So based on the budget I set for myself, I didn't, you know, I wanted to keep all my purchases under $200, and I stayed well under $200. So, you know, it just depends. But again, if you need a camera, like an actual camera to go out and record, and you want to, you know, that's something also to take into consideration. Cameras can be expensive. You know, a professional camera that can record, you know, still photo and video. You know, so that's something also you want to take into consideration. That's why it's like, if you got a cell phone, you can start, because even a modern-ish cell phone has a pretty decent megapixel. I can't talk today. It's been a long day. I've been up since, it's gonna be 9 o'clock soon. I've been awake since like 5 o'clock, so it's been a long day. Most modern cell phones have a decent megapixel rating on the camera, so you know, you can get pretty solid video quality to start. And just because you start, that doesn't mean you're always going to be using those things. You know, once your channel grows, you can, and you start, you know, if you start making some money on the channel via, you know, advertising revenue or affiliate marketing, you know, you can start investing some of that money, getting better and better gear, you know, so you can kind of improve the quality of the work, and you know, you may well be able to attract more subscribers in that way. So yeah, just some things to consider. I will link the gear that I purchased myself in the description of this video. This is not a sponsored video. None of these companies are giving me any money, no kickbacks, nada. I'm just throwing them a free shout out. Just because I really like the products, everything works so well, and yeah. Hey, I died once in the Eastern Palace. I don't recall dying in the Eastern Palace. I recall dying in the Desert Palace. Huh. Wow, I died more than I thought I did. Interesting. Interesting. You know what? Yeah, I did die. 17 games played. Okay. I don't recall dying that much. Unless, you know what? I guess even with the Furies, if you fall after the Fury revives you, it counts as a death. But that's something good to know for the next playthrough. So the next playthrough, you know, hopefully we won't die at all. Maybe we'll shoot for better than 17. Maybe we can beat 17. That's the record. Well, anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up for here. We're running in at 1 hour and 20 minutes almost. Yeah, that's it. We're done with this first series. So I think it went well. I think it was a very good learning experience for me. And, you know, I'm going to kind of take what I've learned to improve going forward. And, you know, hopefully the next series will be even better. Thank you all so much for sticking through. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. And we'll catch you very soon. Later days.